Whew. All right, so short 2 weeks later, body work's all done to the back half of it, all the doors, the roof. Everything's in pretty good shape so that we can get this bare metal protected and get some high build primer on it so we're able to start blocking. Next step after this will be to pull the doors, block the doors, and start painting some door jambs on this old Jeep. So here we are. Here, look on that bucket and spray like coat across the roof. As much as you can reach. And then we'll just move the bucket down. Now usually I'll start on this edge and I'll paint to the middle. And then I'll get up on that rack over there and go from the middle over, okay? So like this? Just long ways. However it works to spray it, you just need to get it on there. You know what I mean? Like look at it, make some straight lines in it, and just kind of follow the straight lines. Imagine the straight lines. Well, yeah. Just get it. You're gonna have to move pretty quick getting started. You can always go back and get it again. You're right. There you go. That's perfect. Now, let's keep going. Don't tickle it. Alright. I don't know how much of that's even going to capture right there. There you go. So you'll be up higher on the other side. You can probably reach out further. Put the air hose behind your neck. It'll keep it out of the paint. There you go. Yeah, you can take it hop down and, oh yeah. There you go. Easier to do it like that, right? Just go like there, jump up again, you ought to be able to pretty much finish it. Okay. Stretch way out there so you get connected with this pass over here. See what I mean? I would start from this side and work back to you. That way you're always pulling that wettest edge across the panels. And you know, get everything you can reach. back door. Don't worry about that. Yep, same way. Yeah, keep going. Now we're talking. Hit that the lip around the wheel opening there. There you go. Now back here in that tail light opening, and then from right here up here around to like right in here. Okay, don't prime down to the tape, but there's bare metal there. And then you want to walk and look at the windshield edge and make sure there's no bare metal up at that front windshield edge. Okay. How are you doing on? Oh yeah, you're going to have enough. We can probably do a second coat. All right, so I don't know how close you guys saw in the initial video of this thing, but it did still have wood grain left on this panel. And I don't even know if it'll show up, but like, the paint on this thing is not in bad shape. It's just chips that are rusty and that kind of stuff. But the previous owner did strip all that wood grain off, and he sanded all the paint off, and then the whole thing was coated with aerosol etching primer, which, hey, whatever, if that's all you've got, use it. But it's not a really good product, especially not to paint over with the extent that you got to do when you strip something down to bare metal. Maybe $50, quarter size spots of bare metal, it's okay. At this quarter panel here, it had the worst damage on it, and it was creased right in here. It's still pushed in up into this line. We put fiberglass reinforced filler. Down here is our ground coat, and then we'll use normal body filler over that. And then this, I still got to get in there and do a little hammer dolly work, but you can see right there, every time you touch bare metal, it rusts. And we had the whole passenger side of this thing bare metal, a lot of bare metal on the roof. So I want to get it with epoxy on it before it has a chance to rust up on us. So you can see, yeah, it is pretty nice. All the body work's done up there. Now what we have to do is we put 3 coats of high build primer on top of this epoxy. The epoxy is only designed to provide adhesion and corrosion protection to the bare metal, okay? That's the whole purpose of it. That's why we do it. You could use an acid type etching primer, but it's not as strong a paint film as epoxy is. Epoxy is considered a waterproof barrier. We need to get 1 mil of it on there. And with students spraying it, usually 2 coats, they can get a mil nailed down pretty good. So this is sat for about 40 minutes. And we're gonna come back now and we're gonna spray high build primer directly on top of this. See, within, I think, about 3 days, I'm comfortable with putting high build on top of this particular product. They say it's open for 6 days, but I'm not comfortable spraying over it. after it's sat that long without scratching it up with a Scotch-Brite or something. So we'll have enough chemical bite in our high build to stick on here, and it gets 3 wet coats. That way you got enough to be able to block out and make things straight. All of our body filler work, it was finished with a 180 grit scratch, and that's what's on the bare metal as well, so that epoxy has a good chance to bite in there and really stick. That's what it's all about. Paint should stick on the car, not peel off. So we're looking pretty good though. Yeah, so this is the second episode on the basket case Jeep Grand Wagoneer, and we've inventoried parts in that first one. Found out we have all the stainless, but some of it's kind of beat up. We have multiples of some pieces. I went ahead and straightened up around the roof rack holes. I'm going to be building a bracket that goes underneath there that's built out of 1/8 inch steel with nuts welded to the 1/8 inch steel, so we have a mechanical fastener, and I'll use panel bonding adhesive to glue those plates to the underside of the roof so they match the contour. Yeah, that's one thing with those little rubber well plug nut things. They seal up good, but if you grab that roof rack really hard, you can rip them out of the metal because it's just rubber swelled up in there. Anyway, I'll slide over to some clips of some guys spraying some high build primer. And yep, looks primed, doesn't it? Oh, that's nice. A run in my primer. It's okay though. Runs and primer, I mean, you have to sand them out, right? And new guys priming, sometimes that'll happen. I'd rather have runs than dry spray any day of the week. So bodywork's not perfect, but it is pretty darn good. Especially, I mean, considering we're 3 weeks from the first video. I don't know when this video is going to come out on the Wagoneer, but it's been 3 weeks and we have cleaned it up, done our inventory, stripped it down to bare metal, done the body work, whatever metal work need to be done, we did that as well, and epoxy, then high build primer. Now, on a car that I want to be really straight, I'll take and I'll block it all together like this so I can get all my lines straight and everything, and then I will put 3 more coats of high build on it, and I will take the car apart and then I'll paint the door jambs on everything. On this one, I don't know that I'm going to go to that extreme, since realistically when you put the wood grain on, the wood grain and the molding starts here, it goes down somewhere in here on the quarters, and then it steps up and goes down to this body line on the door. So you're talking from here to here is covered. Not that that's going to cover up wavy work and stuff, but it's going to cover up a lot. So I'm not going to worry so much about making it absolutely just perfect. These lines are all nice and straight already. I made sure they were going to be before I put high build on it. So yeah, we should be in pretty good shape, I think. So we're back again on the Wagoneer project. Got Mr. T here loaded up with some paint in the booth. Gonna take and yeah, you can tell we're not painting the outside, but we are painting the inside. We got all of our jambs done. We left this gray epoxy so you kind of see. Went back, touched up seam sealer on everything. I do have all the body work done on one side of this. One side's not complete, but here we got our black sealer on there, seam sealer in place. Let's go in the paint booth here. We got all the doors ready back here. So, oh wow, those don't go to a Wagoneer, do they? Those are for a gentleman, we call it Hemi. You can find a couple videos on my channel of Hemi's Harley build where we did a motorcycle with a sidecar, and the sidecar had a barber chair in it. Pretty cool deal. So I've seam sealed the areas that needed it in here, and now T is getting ready to spray this blue base coat. So we're going to set the camera up back here and just let the dude get going with it. All right. You can get this side from over there, but hit that edge of that little post from this side over here. There you go. On around, on around. And hit this before you move on. And then just come right around and hit that little edge right in there. Where all the moldings go. Want a little bit of blue down in all that. Good deal. Here. That one won't move. Wet her down, bud. Get a little more on there. Yep, reach around and hit this little spot in there. There you go. Good for first coat. Now just turn around and hit the bottom of that door. There you go. Spray straight at that because it's light underneath it. There you go. And then hit this up here. Just follow it on around. Yeah. Okay. Now you got to hit the other side where the hinges are. So Hemi's wheels turned out pretty nice. Got a little gloss to them. Now he can get his tubes and his tires on there. Here we go with the jambs on the doors. They look excellent, right? Just enough color on there. This is funny because it's that beige, but you know, I want somebody that pulls a door panel off to look at it and go, oh wow, this thing was a funk color beforehand. And I did try to like mask this wood grain stuff off here. I don't know if it'll be savable or not. Some of it's got more holes in it than I think it's supposed to, but like it covers up to here with the door panels, so, or the door card, I guess is the proper term. Yeah, she's all taped up. I think this is just arm sweat on there. Yeah, so we'll come in and unmask some stuff, put these things on a door stand where they're standing up, get them bolted in, and vacuum the insides of them out good. Yeah, so there you go. That's kind of the last thing the students will get to spray of any significance. We're constantly doing things around here, man. We just finished this little 370 Nissan. I did a couple of shorts of it, but no like full video on that. And then we do these guitar bodies on a regular basis. So these are all prepped. They've been primed, and now we're waiting for the primer to dry. Monday it'll be a good day to do that. Then you got old hunk of junk here, the big Jeep Wagoneer. And oh yeah, the jambs look pretty good on it as well. Nice full gloss shine on there. Yep. So I'm doing things out of order on this just because I wanted my students to get a win and be able to paint some stuff, but normally I would have like done the inside of the floor. It needs to be kind of wire wheeled over, and then maybe some Pour 15 put down, some kind of rust treatment on there, and then it'll get covered with the kill mat and other sound deadening products so she's nice and quiet driving down the road. I didn't bother to jam this back section yet because the tailgate's not finished bodywork wise, and I didn't want to get that out of order with it. So I'll be getting that all finished and in there pretty quick. Next thing with this, I believe, is put those doors on and then roll it in the wash bay and power wash the frame. Get the fender wells and the core support all cleaned up. I thought about sandblasting and painting stuff right now, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait until I pre-install and fit, make sure the motor or any modifications I need to make on wheel wells I do before any paint work. So yeah, there you go. We're going to put the Jeep to sleep.